wengi wetu tuko na talanta mbalimbali. Kuna wale wenye ni wasanii, kuna wale wenye ni wachoraji, tuko na waimbaji mbalimbali, lakini life situations za hii life zinafanya tusiweze kufikia our dreams. Now today on this episode of My Painful Scars, tuko na our very awesome guest, very talented. Atatuelezea vile painful scars za maisha yake zimefanya asiweze kufikia talanta zake. So nitampatia nafasi ajiintroduce.
Hello viewers, my name is Tibag Gemini and I'm an artist, poet, graffiti and life in general, because life itself is an art.
Umesikia venye Tibag amesema Tibag Gemini, ndio? So you have had, hata kwa kuongea kwake kuna vile anaongea na poetry fulani. So Tibag, naweza kuuliza, maybe unaweza tufanyia ka clip kadogo, tufanyia ka part kadogo.
A Tibag Gemini script. With all the information in our hands, can't we still not figure out the information of things and times? Till when will we wander aimlessly, unaware of the signs of wonders, not wondering where they leave us at? Will chariots march across our skyline, not a mind inclined? The hour of our visitation come crashing down on us without a hint. Busy chasing paper and such, too busy to turn the pages that matter. We're too busy balancing sheets and accounts, yet unaware the time is near to face the balance and give account. Account of not just every cent, but every thought, deed and word. For not even a single word shall be spoken in vain. Before him we have to give account. Him being of quick understanding, judging secret things, not by sight of the eye nor hearing of the ear. For the Most High searches all, both mind and heart, nothing hidden or secret before his sight. Who has faithfully heeded his call, to take each and on his cross and follow, to be found worth to heed the one promised, in adoration and submission, kneel before him, arising to rule alongside him in love, peace and harmony. For every knee shall kneel, every head bow, every heart mend. I wanna shout from every rooftop and hill, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, yes, error is upon us. Oh, how much of our errors has he covered? For sure, Yeshua is King, King of kings, Lord of lords. If need be, let the messenger die, but at all costs, let the message be delivered and executed. For sure, Yeshua will give life. Wow.
Yeah, I think nilikuwa nimeandika kwa hiyo kitabu. Wow, that is wonderful. Before maybe tuweze kujua about the talents, maybe you can tell us kama Tibag, maybe where were you born? Umegrow ya wapi? How has your life been?
Okay, I was born somewhere in Rangata. That's what is now known as Kibera. But kwa mtoi hii ni Kenya, tunajua stories za Kenya, kubomolewa keja in the wee hours of the morning. So from what my mom tells me, God bless her, that nilizaliwa Kibera, nikiwa bado kwa mashuka, kakeja kakaenda, and I go back to Ushago, that is somewhere in Nyeri, and I've been all over the place. Nimelelewa Nyeri, Mombasa, Nai. So I'd say I'm a child of this nation.
Oh wow. So maybe nimesikia unaongea Kizungu poa sana. Maybe unaweza tuambia umeingia shule?
Nimeingia shule, I'm a form 4 liver.
Wow. So maybe unaweza tuambia, nimesikia umesema ya a child of the nations, ndio? So maybe unaweza tuambia why was it that umejipata Nairobi, umejipata Mombasa, at the same time Nyeri, na sasa tuko Embu County. How is it that umekuwa those places?
Well, life and it's, what shall we say? It's flow, it's natural flow. Okay. Wakati tulitolewa na hii, nilirudi kwa shosh. But I realize every fairy tale has a witch. Now,
too bad to say, but acha tuseme nilijipata kwa one of those, because even them, they do have kin and kid. Na ikafika place my ma akaona it's not conducive for me to be there, so kanipeleka coast, tuka-establish life huko. Then the hell of PV came calling us out, and overnight the life we had built, the businesses, the society, the friends, the family, all of that came crumbling down after that fateful evening when Kivuito announced the disputed results to the election. And all hell turned rose. We lost everything. And we had to go back to that witch's nest, which is something that honestly we have never fully recovered, despite how many governments have been in office from that time. We never really got back to where we were. As much as they might want to talk about reconciliation and political goodwill, that one were prayers to them, the so-called political classes. But we who are the citizens, the rightful owners of this nation, have nothing to speak of from their so-called engagement, their so-called bipartisan talks and whatever they want to call it. Because, let me ask you, right now, a certain Kigogo, Kinara, is premeditating about joining the government of the day. But since I gained understanding of the things that the way they are, and having a grips of the situation as it is, that so-called Kigogo has joined every government that I have come to know, from the Kibaki to Uhuru, now to Ruto. But what does that change for us? Nothing. Wanapokea, wanaweka kwa mifuko, wanashiba, tungoje next election.
So maybe naweza sema vitu mlilose kule, mlikuwa mshatengeneza family, mlikuwa mshatengeneza maybe mali kidogo pale, hizo zote zilipotea cause the political issues.
Yes.
Maybe unaweza tuambia, were you with is your dad in the picture? Alikuwa kwa picture hiyo wakati?
I am one of those who goes by a female surname.
Na maybe did you have siblings? Wako wapi sahi probably?
I have an elder brother. He is somewhere in Moraga.
So, nimesikia mambo na politics ndio ilifanya like life ikakuwa tough. Ndio ilifanya maybe mkashindwa maybe kujinua, mka lose everything that you had that time. And maybe sahi naweza kuuliza, unaweza tuelezea zaidi maybe how tough was it school wise, maybe socially, kimaisha, to your mom? How are you, all of you, how are you taking that life? Ilikuwaje?
Okay, I could not even attend my final year in my primary education because I had nowhere to stay. And okay, it's not a crime to be well off. So I was attending a private school, which was not, okay, don't want to say that costly, but it was not cheap. and we lost everything. I've been registered for the examinations. I can't attend class because I don't have the fees. And now my only chance or my only hope was to get up every morning, go to the library, because I can't find anywhere. I cannot be admitted even to the free schools, primary schools, because I have already been registered as a private candidate in another institution. So that hit me off. But finally, and thankfully, I made it. I got out with what I want. Because education at the end of the day is not about what is written on that paper, but rather what you carry in your brains.
So right now, maybe if you were asked if you would want to continue with education, maybe ulikuwa umeniambia umefika form 4. What's your thought on the campus? Unaweza taka kwenda campus ama unafikiriaje hiyo masomo haifai ama ikoaje?
Masomo ya campus. You know, one Haile Selassie said, a man who thinks he has learned all there is to learn can be lightly be deemed to have learned nothing at all. And each day is a new learning experience. The key is not where you get that enlightenment or that education, but rather who searches for it. So it's not about institution. It's not about being in an institution. It's more so of you being the institution.
Wow. And earlier ulikuwa umeniambia tukiongea pale hivyo ukaniambia like there was a time you found yourself kwa a psychiatrist ama kwa the rehab. Maybe if you can talk about that. Mbona ulijipata huko ama how did it happen?
You know, this life has a funny way of repeating itself. And when I say life, I mean history. Because when you look at it, even Christ himself was at one time considered to be insane. Because what people don't understand tend to think the worst of it. So here's my story. At the key time ya corona, I'm quite sure you are aware that a lot of people had a significant spiritual awakening. So mine started just prior to the outbreak. Because I remember when I finished high school, I not even went for the results to be out. I just packed, left my grandma's place, and went to Meru. And I started doing these funny odd jobs in hotels, in wherever. And every time I would get out of Meru to go back home, my mom would look at me like, "Hey, my son, what's up with you? That place it's not doing good for you." So at one point, I remember there was some kind of fracas, and I left that place in the middle of the night. And when getting home, my mom was so shaken, so worried. She was like, "My son, I tell you to never go back there." And I'm like, "Okay, Mom, you said it. I'm not going back." And from my mind, I remove all thoughts of ever going back to Meru or doing anything. And I changed my locality from now those sides to LD Eldoret. Now I'm in Eldoret. She calls me, she tells me, I want you home. Ni madem si nyi mnakulanga fare peke yenu, by the way. So she calls me, I want you home. Katuma fare, nikamanga. Mara ya pili. Na mara ya pili nikatoka LD kaenda Nax. Kufika Nax nikakaa. Nikasettle Nax. I started building nikiwa Nax. Nikaingia kidogo into the underworld.
By the underworld unamaanisha aje?
The not so legally correct citizens of this society, the criminal elements. So nikaingia Nax. Though was good, pesa ilikuwa poa. Acha tuseme pesa ilikuwa poa, and in that underworld.
By that unamaanisha kuibia watu, kuingia kwa banks ama kuibia watu, ama ilikuwa crimes gani?
They're not so graphic. Just public menace and vandalism. Checking of what the state's assets of the states that to our sight did not seem being well utilized, like copper wires, telecom, and such stuff. And life was good. I even had managed to get myself, and what I would say, a resemblance of a family. Then my mom's in the middle of it all. My mom calls me and tells me, son, I need you in Meru. And I'm like, where? Aren't you the only one? Aren't you the same one who told me never again to be in Meru? Yes, but now I want you in Meru. I have a project of mine, and I want you to be my eyes in my hands. So she sends me the fare. This time nilikula mara tatu. Before the fourth time alisema, no, I'm not sending you any more money. Just go to the bus station and let me talk to the conductor. So I went to the bus station, talked to the conductor, gave the conductor her contacts, they talked, and my fare was paid from Nakuru to Meru. One of the longest bus rides I have ever had in my life, actually. And I went there, and I find she has a farm. And now that farm, who is there is her youngest brother. We are kind of the same age. So he is good at farming and all that stuff. And my mom is so charitable. So she's the one financing that whole project through her money, everything. Like my uncle, his wife, their child, the farm operations, everything is being financed by my mom. So now I get there, and I'm like, my mom is telling me to be her eyes and hands, you know? And now this uncle of mine, because now you know how our traditional hierarchy is, Can't listen to a word I'm saying. And
Because you're young.
yes, I am younger than him and I am his nephew, so like there is no way I should have a say. And then no, not only don't I have a say in that house, but also I don't have a space for my life and for just being me. So after a few days, I left and went. Now Meru now is like my backyard. I have been there for like so many years before that. So I go back there and go back to the old dance and abodes, and I start making a life of myself again. But now, here comes Corona. And when it comes, I'm actually in a position that, in my family's view, it's so out of line. Because somehow, nimejipata nikiuza ndom. Na inalipa fiti. I get. And just the hours that I like, because I am a night owl and not your normal morning person. I'm a night owl. So, and I work through the night. You get? Then Corona came and we shut down everything because of even the curfew.
This time now you are in Meru, ama?
I'm in Meru. So here comes this. What do I do? What am I doing with this time? Then comes this crusade in that place that's speaking about the truth of the Sabbath and such things, the authority of the scriptures above human traditions and doctrines. And I get interested. Now, from there, all the memories of, because I'm a guy who like reading books, a lot of books. So from there, all these memories of the past passages, they start coming to my head. And then I hear this voice speaking to me, telling me this and this. Sometimes it's telling me weird things, but it's the truth. See? Showing me of even witchcraft altars and, that time I was not aware of what was happening. But then slowly by slowly, I started getting my bearings. By that time, all those who are around me have noticed there is a change. So they start asking me for my family's contacts, such stuff and such stuff. So one time, I give them my contacts and everything, my family's contacts. And, I'm just giving them to show them, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm okay. Then one particular morning, I take a stroll to go into a certain mountain. It was a hill. On the way to get on top of that hill to find there is a crater. And inside that crater, people are worshiping but are not worshiping the Creator. They are in a crater, worshiping but not worshiping the Creator. And as I was going down, I got beaten. I found this gang of the red teens and hairy teens there. And they beat me up, and I'm like, what is happening here? So when I'm getting down, I've even lost focus and bearings of how I'm going, of how I'm supposed to be going home. So when I'm getting back, I'm kind of lost, asking for directions. Then all of a sudden, I see my uncle, two of my uncles, and my brother, another old man, who have come to check me out and take me home. So I go home and I tell them I'm a Seventh-day Adventist from now, and henceforth I'm not shaving my hair because I'm a Nazarite. And now they are like, wait, here, despite whatever the Bible says or whatever you think, you shall honor the venerable day of the sun, the Sunday. And you cannot keep those rocks in this homestead. And thirdly, you cannot be taking sativa and be a son of this homestead. And I was like, what has changed? Then that's when I realized it's the true enmity between light and darkness. For just as Bob said, when you got the truth, people will try to fight you down. They will try to put out the right so that in the darkness, their insecurities, their weaknesses, their lies, their deceptions won't be brought to right, and that they will continue being comfortable, living the way they are. But once light sheds on them, it becomes uncomfortable to assume or pretend that all is well and you are living lightly. You get? Because once I got home, I was being told, you're mad. That cannot happen here. We must take you to the hospital. So nikapelekwa Mathare. But nenda nikaambia hiyo psychiatrist, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. If reading can make you someone mad, because all I have done is read the Bible and understood it, what you read in those medic school of yours is what is making you mad if you think I am mad. And I was given a lot of tablets. I was given a lot of tablets. And when I got home, an uncle of mine was giving the duty to oversee me taking those medicine. Like every morning, he'd come with a tablet, lunchtime, evening, to make sure I took them. And then I was like, it got to a point I told him, you know what? you're my uncle, but I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not having this. Take them wherever you want to have them. I'm not having them.
So this time round you are from the psychiatrist hospital, that is Mathare, and then now here you come, you go back home. Is it in Meru?
No, in Nyeri.
Oh, in Nyeri. So then your uncle, kuna mwenye ameambiwa you are supposed to look at this kid uone kama anakunywa hizi dawa. So I have a question about those wenye walikuwa kwa creator worshiping but not worshiping the creator. So but before Tibag aweze kutujibu that question, let's take a short break. We'll be back shortly.
Welcome to Dunamis Roark, your trusted partner in property management. We provide exceptional service and personalized care to ensure your properties are well maintained and your tenants happy. From regular maintenance and inspections to handling tenant concerns, we've got you covered. Our dedicated team is always available to provide support and solutions, ensuring peace of mind for property owners and residents alike. Choose Dunamis Roark for reliable, professional and caring property management services. Contact us today on 0793 309 325 or 0790 245 575. Welcome to Minor Highway and Highway Court Hotel, where comfort meets convenience. We pride ourselves in offering top-notch conference facilities, perfect for your business meetings, seminars, and enjoy a refreshing hot shower in our self-contained rooms, each featuring modern amenities and a comfortable setup. For your convenience, we offer lift lodging facilities, making access to all floors easy and hassle-free. Indulge in our delicious snacks and savor the flavors of fresh seasonal fruits and vegetables. Quench your thirst with our freshly squeezed juices made one, 226.
Wapwani mpo? Kilifi na Kwale tumewasili. Sasa unaweza burudika na Star Times DTT kila maeneo ya miji ya Kilifi na Kwale. Tumbuika na vipindi kemkem vya kusisimua katika station yetu mpya ya Rainbow TV Plus kuanzia Julai tarehe 1. Rainbow TV Plus, kina cha burudani. Wasiliana na customer care kwa nambari 0719 077 077 hivi leo. Upate taarifa zaidi pa kununua DTT Star Times decoder. Uenjoy zaidi ya channel 75 local na international. Usiwachwe nyuma. Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
Welcome to Soko Furnitures, where style meets functionality in every piece. Whether you're furnishing your home, office, educational institution, or hospital, Soko Furnitures has everything you need to create spaces that inspire and endure. At Soko Furnitures, we are greatly committed to our craftsmanship and design diversity. From elegant sofas and ergonomic office chairs to durable school desks and practical hospital beds, our extensive collection ensures there is something for every space and every need. Soko Furnitures, where quality, comfort, and style come together. Your journey to a beautifully furnished space starts here. We are located in Embu at Mama Ngina Street along Kenya Power Road and in Dallas. Contact us today on 0791 363 342.
So welcome guys back to My Painful Scars, na tuko hapa and with our guest T-Bag. Umesikia vile anaongea, hata language yake kabisa ni kuongea kipoetic. So tulikuwa tumefika pale, wamekupeleka nyumbani, you are still taking the tablets and they have assigned your uncle to look kama to check kama bado unakunywa zile dawa every day the way the doctor had prescribed. So before that you had told us about the people you found worshiping at the creator but not worshiping the creator. Did you get to find out these people, what were they doing?
Well, it was something in the dark, something occult, but was during that time, that was a place, those sides of Meru, it's a place so full of witchcraft, occultism. So it was a ritual, and the worst thing is the one who was doing that ritual, or to whose benefit that ritual was being done to, is actually one of the biggest business leaders in that area. So that's just how dark this country is. So it was a sacrifice of sort. And I went there uninvited, and then got a beating.
Because you are not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
So you went back home, and how was the reception back at home when you are now from the psychiatrist hospital?
I was like being handled with the tether ends, like, you know? This is just like another burden, but for the sake of society, or for the sake of the society's view, his house is just, let's just deal with it, you know? We cannot like put him out there on the streets. We cannot like disown him. But by the actions, they did disown me. And up to now, some of us are still trying to mend bridges. But that's life. Darkness and light rarely go together. Rarely. But I know this nation is headed for something big. Do you remember Joseph telling of his dreams? Oh, the 12 stars, the moon, the sun, all bowing down to him. Well, and those dreams got him sold. So it's still the same thing. History has a way of repeating itself. Our hugest task is to learn. And when it repeats itself, to act better so that it leaves us in a better and higher position.
Okay, so now we're in Embu County. how comes ulijipataje tena ukakuja Embu County, and when was that time that you realized you have this talent ya poetry and you want to be an artist?
Hiyo time ya madness, hiyo that awakening, someone would ask me something and I'd find it answering like rain tu zinanitoka. Then a certain sister from a different mother and father one time just told me, yo Edu, si just kuwa unaandika hizi vitu. And I remember she instructed her younger sister who ambaye alikuwa tu amemaliza 8. We, so ndio ulileta ile A4 yako ulikuwa unaandika compo. And from that time I've never been without a book by my side. That is someone who just like, you can do something with these lines, be writing them down. And I remember we wrote a song together about the pressures of that love you find only for you to realize it's kind of forbidden, you know. So it was a good song, even though I don't know if it will ever get the right of production. But that's how I started, and that's here I am. That was like 4 years ago, and still up to now, each day that passes without me scribbling something down, without drawing something, to me that day is a loss.
So I've seen you in that book. There's a page that you've ticked. There's a lot of ticks that you made it look like art. Nilikuwa nakwambia nikiangalia kitu I see so much. Inakaa tu ni ticks mingi zimefill a whole page, maybe na color blue and color red. So what made you do that? Yani ilitokea aje ukafanya? Cause nikiangalia naona like I'm looking at something yenye inakaa art. What made you do that?
Okay, they are not ticks, they are dots, first of all. And that's a form of art. It's called stippling, making pictures with dots. And to me that's my medium of meditation. That is why I just broke everything else out and just put an intonation to my thoughts. That is how I figure the spiritual dynamics of where I am. That is where I see the visions concerning this nation from. That's where I get revelations of the past. If you look carefully, it's not one picture. Every dot makes a picture. Every 2 dots combined make another picture, combined with another 3 or 4 dots to make another different picture. So to me, that's a medium of the Almighty to speak to whoever comes in contact with those pages, because at the end of the day, I am simply his prophet.
That is amazing. So you've talked about your sister from another father, from another mother, mwenye alikusaidia na akakusupport kugrow this talent. Apart from them, maybe how was your mom about this? Does she know about your talent? Is she supportive?
I come from an artistic family. Even right now, as much as I am trying to break into this industry, creative industry, my mom is also doing the same.
She is a songwriter. She is a singer. And yes, she is my biggest fan, my biggest supporter, but most importantly, my second best friend. Because my best friend is my Father, the Almighty. And now she is my second best friend. Like, that's no matter how I am, no matter where I am. I can always count on her to have my back. Yeah, so she knows. And as I said, I come from a family of art. Even though none of us has ever broken into the limelight, art is in my family, be it music, be it instruments, be it drawing or painting. It's Lance in the family, and she's the most, what shall I say, the most supportive of all.
Mtu mwenye anaweza taka maybe kukusaidia ama ku reach out to you, maybe unaweza peana pia namba yako ya simu, mtu anaweza taka ku reach out to you to help you in one way or another, ama hata unajua hivyo nimeona unachora, maybe hata your scripts anaweza taka, maybe anaweza saidika nazo. Unaweza peana maybe ya namba ama the way wanaweza ku reach.
Okay. My number is 0785 842 942. Unaweza nipata pale Facebook Tibag Gemini ama The Patriarchs Insights. Unaweza pia nipata kwa soundcloud.com, usearch The Patriarchs. Na niko pia na a blog kama unataka scripts zangu. Unaweza enda pale www.thepatriarchs, that is THEE Patriarchs Insights.wordpress.com.
Amazing. So hizo zote tutawaandikia hapo chini. If you want to reach Tibag Gemini, hapo ni popote unaweza mpata. So thank you so much Tibag for being with this session with us. Tunashukuru sana, and that has been our episode of My Painful Scars today. Hopefully nyi wote tumelearn, hata mimi nimelearn sana. Yani the intelligence in this guy is at a very high level. So let's meet on our next episode of My Painful Scars. I have been your host, Renin Njoroge.